I didn't actually know the person that I was engaged to.
Yes, I have a giant crush on Selena Gomez.
I've actually had a major crush on her since 2010.
Selena Gomez. I want to work with her so bad.
Selena Gomez is an extraordinary woman.
King Miss Selena.
I'm really sad that things ended the way that they did.
Stop using me as a pawn in a PR stunt. Stop.
Demi Lovato had a messy relationship with Max Ehrich. They quickly got engaged after falling in love during quarantine, but unfortunately Demi had no idea who Max really was, and later realized that he was using her to gain fame. On top of that, before their relationship started, he was caught tweeting nasty things about Demi and her appearance, while embracing Selena Gomez and claiming to marry her someday. This engagement was chaotic, and the aftermath was even worse. So let's get into it. Nothing feels better than some new accessories, whether you are spoiling yourself or shopping for that special Valentine's Day present. Holzkern is the brand I'm running to, and you guys can use my link below to check them out. They offer jewelry and fashion pieces for both men and women. But what's different about Holzkern is their pieces are one of a kind because they use natural materials. So not only does a wood watch or some wood sunglasses look cool, but at Holzkern their wood is FSC certified. So you don't need to worry about them cutting down trees to get your new favorite accessory. I was actually just out in downtown LA, and at first it was super cloudy until it wasn't. And my Holzkern sunglasses saved the day. Their products go with every outfit, and they make such a good gift. I mean, look at the presentation of their products. The case my sunglasses came in is so sleek, and the watch arrived in this cool wooden magnetic box. It is the details that makes Holzkern different, and you guys can head to holzkern.com/Sloan, SLOAN, and use my code SLOAN15 to get 15% off. This sale is store-wide, so use my code SLOAN15, get that 15% off, shop for yourself, get that Valentine's Day present because you don't want to be procrastinating. And thank you, Holzkern, for sponsoring this video. Enjoy. I think we can all agree that Demi Lovato is a complicated person, but she is now recently engaged and she seems to be happy. So I'm glad for her, but it took some time to get here, and we need to talk about her ex-fiance, Max Ehrich, because they had a very speedy romance, which resulted in a lot of back and forth on social media and TMI. It's so interesting to me that we lived through a quarantine. Like, that is still so bizarre to cope with, because there were, quarantine romances, and this one between Demi and Max was absolutely that. Because of the virus, people weren't around all of their friends or as social, but Max and Demi, they grew very close very quickly, and they were around each other's family, and of course Demi's family loved him, and it seemed like they were going to move even quicker than anyone anticipated, because quickly they were engaged, and everyone in the world learned about Max through Demi. Demi was once quoted saying that she had concern about how their relationship would look when the couple weren't spending every day together, like in quarantine. Quote, "I'm scared to know what life without quarantine with him is like." So about 3 months into the relationship is when they were engaged, and the entire world learned through social media, of course, that he proposed to her in Malibu. Demi wrote, "I knew I loved you the moment I met you. It was something I can't describe to anyone who hasn't experienced it firsthand. I'm honored to accept your hand in marriage. I love you more than a caption could express." So at first it seemed like they were off to a good start. I mean, it was speedy, but it was good.
Enter Max Ehrich during a pandemic. And boy oh boy, are we thanking the higher powers that be, because the man has truly swept our girl off her feet and put a ring, a rock on it. Yes, you heard me right. Our girl Demi Lovato is engaged. Demi shared the amazing news to her 88.5 million Instagram followers with one of the most pure and sweetest captions ever. Demi also posted to her Instagram story a cute kissing photo of her and Max writing, "Let's get married, baby." She also posted some behind the scenes photos that perfectly capture how she was feeling, like this one, which she wrote, "When you begin to process your evening and realize that you're engaged to your soulmate." And oh my god, love this pic too.
I kind of understand why some celebrities keep their romance a little bit secret, because once the world learns about it, then there's a record, and it doesn't look great if they call it off very quickly, which is what happened. This report writes that their relationship accelerated very quickly. By July, they were engaged, but by September, they had already called off their engagement, with sources claiming that Demi had discovered Max's intentions weren't genuine. He got wrapped up in Hollywood. We've talked about Max before. It does seem like he's one to want to become famous, and he has fangirled over a lot of different celebrities, including Selena Gomez. Demi's feelings were only further confirmed after her fans resurfaced an old social media comment he left for Selena Gomez saying, "Marry me now," and another one to Ariana Grande calling her "my wife." Max spent a lot of time thirsting after other celebrities, including Selena, Miley Cyrus, Ariana Grande, before he met Demi. On top of that, some fans are convinced that he has several Selena Gomez themed tattoos. Can you imagine getting engaged to a super fan, and he just I don't know, wooed you so that he could be with you to get kind of into the circle of fame? Here are a couple of his weird tweets. He quote retweeted one guy named Ryan when he said, "I will fight for Selena to marry me," and Max said, "You will have to fight me first." He did some heart emojis over a picture of Selena Gomez saying "your wife." He said in one tweet that he wants to work with Selena Gomez so bad. He also wrote one about Demi and Selena saying they are cute together, but boy, if you think Demi is prettier, you're wrong. Saying that Selena's prettier than Demi. He also said there's a female singer that screams so much, that's why my girl S is better than you know who. So not only is he worshiping Selena Gomez, but he's literally tweeting crap out about Demi Lovato, and now he's engaged to her. Who even? That's such a weird thing to do. Also, as just I don't know, a straight guy sitting there saying oh looking at Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato, Selena's prettier, blah blah. It's just who are you? That's such a weird thing to tweet. One comment he left on Selena's page, #MaxLena all the way. "You're hot, so yes from me. I'm waiting for you to propose at Selena Gomez, aka Queen." In addition to all the tweets, we've also seen clips of Max on Instagram Lives that Selena is hosting, and he is revealing that he has a major crush on her. So he is definitely simping. That is a proper term for this.
Yes, I have a giant crush on Selena Gomez. It's true, yes. Selena Gomez or Ariana Grande? Selena Gomez.
I missed my wife's live stream. I know, I was filming. It's crazy. Next time, man, I wish.
I think she's an extremely talented girl. And I've actually had a major crush on her since 2010. My teenage self said it in an interview as well.
Cast is your opposite, your leading lady.
Selena Gomez. I want to work with her so bad. she's so funny, and I think her comedic timing and everything is just so fantastic. I think she's going to have such a long career, and it's going to continuously just have her fan base with her because she's so talented.
I honestly think Selena Gomez is an extraordinary woman. She's an angel.
And I fucking miss Selena on Instagram.
So that was a lot. Can you imagine Demi sitting there watching these compilations, seeing these tweets, and just thinking to herself oh my god, I am engaged to... It's giving psychopath energy, and no shade to Max. Actually, I would love to interview him sometime. So this is a invite to interview him at any point about anything he wants to talk about. I think he's got an interesting story because he was all wrapped up in this, and I always see him around. I saw him at Air One. So LA, you see these people around, oh, I think I recognized him. In September, when they announced that they were calling off the engagement, Demi released a long statement claiming that Max's alleged old tweets pitting her against Selena Gomez were entirely fake. And she could say they're fake all she wants, but then days later, her friends go to the press. They said that Demi was really upset when Max's old tweets surfaced, and people close to her have expressed that they are worried and hesitant about Max. The source claimed that she is head over heels for Max and doesn't want to be heartbroken. She truly cares about Max and wants to think his intentions are genuine. But clearly she figured out that those tweets dates were not in fact fake. We got some sources who came to the media saying that their breakup was happening, but it's not exactly there yet. But then a few hours later, a few sources claimed that the two had called things off. Quote, "It was a tough decision, but Demi and Max have decided to go their separate ways to focus on their respective careers. They have respect and love for one another and will always cherish the time they spend together." Neither Demi or Max confirmed the reports, but Demi did post a selfie in her mirror without her engagement ring on. 2 months after their breakup, Max had some work to do, so he went to Arizona, and I guess the distance was weighing on them. I don't know if they were still trying to work out their relationship, but, quote, "Demi has been seeing how much Max's fame has increased since being with her, and it left a bad taste in her mouth. He got exactly what he wanted." Despite that People source trying to play off their breakup as drama-free, Us Weekly source made it clear that Max's self-promotion was an issue. In the beginning, Max was super careful about self-promotion and things with his career, but once they got engaged, he really hit the gas pedal and wanted to make the most out of his career opportunities. He felt more comfortable doing so after they were fiancé and had a little bit more of a leg up. Meanwhile, an E-News source went even more in, saying that Demi and Max were arguing a lot, and Demi didn't know who Max truly was and did not trust his intentions. There were so many red flags that she was ignoring and trying to turn a blind eye to because she just wanted to be married and happy, and I totally get it, but she does not trust him and she thinks he's sketchy. And she feels like Max proposed to her only to get attention, which is a major yikes. Now, Max didn't just disappear because after their breakup, he started to beg for her back and he used social media to his advantage.
It's being reported that Demi Lovato and her fiancé, Max Ehrich, have ended their engagement. Earlier today, it was being reported that their relationship was in trouble, and now sources have come forward to confirm to E! News and People Magazine that they've made the decision to call off the engagement. The source told People Magazine, quote, "It was a tough decision, but Demi and Max have decided to go their separate ways to focus on their respective careers. They have respect and love for one another and will always cherish the time they spent together." The news comes after Demi's fans began speculating something was wrong between the couple after members of Demi's inner circle unfollowed him on social media. It appears as though Max has shut down his Twitter at this time.
In my opinion, it seemed like Max wanted to ride this clout roller coaster, but Demi was done with it. She deleted the photos of him and removed him from social media. Meanwhile, Max hopped onto Instagram stories and claimed he learned about their breakup through the tabloids, writing, "Imagine finding out the status of your relationship through a tabloid while you're in the middle of filming a biopic about a pastor in a Christian church whose intention of the film is to help people." Okay, is that like a little promoting of the movie? Okay, a little bit bizarre. Though it did seem like maybe this makes sense, or he probably saw it coming, because remember at first we learned that they were headed towards a breakup, but they hadn't broken up. But then a few hours later, we learned that they had broken up. So maybe Demi was like, no. Don't tell them that we're close to it. Tell them that it's done. Max then goes off on Instagram saying, "Please stop trying to thank you next me, for I'm just a human being who has to go to work tomorrow in the morning where there are families with kids relying on me. To this moment, we haven't spoken over the phone. We haven't even officially ended anything to each other, literally. I love Demetria." Okay, not Demi, Demetria. "And I just want her to be healthy and safe." He also shared a bunch of posts featuring her songs and wrote, "Demetria is the best female vocalist alive, and everyone should know it. She inspires me every day and is an incredible human being. I know it's not her writing these stories, it's a machine." On top of this, sources told E! News that Max was lying, that in fact, Demi did tell him about the breakup beforehand, and that Max was trying to stay relevant. Her family thinks he's crazy and so relieved that she has taken this step. But Max responded, of course, he's always going to respond, saying, "I was on the set of this new movie when the crew and the cast members next to me heard the news, I guess, and watched him open up the tabloid. This is the God honest truth of how I found out about the ending of our engagement, and having people from my film who saw the whole thing go down and helped me get back into character to continue my job. That being said, please end this narrative and focus on other more important issues in the world." And because of all these posts that Max is making, Demi is completely embarrassed, and she says that she wants no contact with Max at this point. She's embarrassed at how he's been acting and putting their relationship on blast on social media. She wants nothing to do with him. The source also claimed that Max tried to reach out to Demi and is in denial that they are over. Meanwhile, his erratic behavior is worrying Demi, who is completely done and does not want to be in this situation, doesn't want it to escalate, yet he's over here doing live streams, just complaining to the world and putting it all out there. Way too much TMI. Demi grew up in this industry. She knows how to hold back certain things. She's opened up about a lot of her issues, but she's done them in like documentary style. It's not like Instagram lives.
Sort of like have someone use me as like it's not even literally about me. Stop using me as a pawn in a PR stunt. Stop breaking into my Airbnb. Stop harassing me. Stop harassing my mom, my family, the people around me to scare us. Just like make art. I'll support you. You're all great. You're all awesome. Literally just like leave me alone. And stop using your millions of dollars to write false, fake news about me. For I have to go to work tomorrow and work for my money.
Okay, I do like Demi Lovato, but she has done some embarrassing things throughout her career. Nothing amounts to how he's behaving there with the like, stop, just make some art, and millions of dollars to trash his name. It's just, I don't know. I'm not, no hate, you know, he's probably like, you know, mentally going through it there. He's got a lot of like attention, it's a lot of stress, but it's just also really hard to watch. Demi did not respond to Max and his social media posts, but she did write a song, and there are lyrics that read, "It feels like someone's stolen all the light I ever had. Everything around me shattered. All the highs are now just lows, but it doesn't even matter because I would rather be alone."
For today's song analysis, let's talk about Demi Lovato's new song 15 Minutes and how it seems to spill a lot about her previous engagement to Max Ehrich. So the song is on Demi's new album and is about feeling bitter towards an ex after a breakup and saying they wanted 15 minutes of fame. Demi sings, "But you didn't care about me like that because you were looking for 15 minutes. Demi also seems to call out Max's actions after the breakup with the lyrics "Praying in Malibu." Max was spotted at the same beach he proposed at in Malibu crying and praying after they called off the engagement. But in 15 Minutes, Demi seems to say that Max is the one who wanted the publicity.
After the song came out and moving into the fall time, Demi announced that she's acted like she never even been engaged to Max. She doesn't want to think about it. She's just completely erasing it from her history, which honestly, go off. I mean, it is like a lesson to learn. So remember the lessons you learned, but also like he's not relevant enough to like talk about him in the future. He's not going to make it into your memoir. Like, I totally get it. After Demi made those statements, we got those photos of Max crying at the beach. I don't know if he called TMZ to meet him there, but we got those photos and they went viral.
Demi Lovato's ex-fiancé is still trying to run out those 15 seconds on the clock. Max was seen here at the beach sulking where he allegedly proposed to her. Now, here's what I want to understand. Who exactly is your publicist that you like got on the phone and said, okay, I think this is the approach that we should take? Seriously, what PR person was like, this is the idea, here it is. We're gonna have you go to the beach, bring a camera alongside from a safe distance, you sulk, bury that head in your hands because we know that you cannot composite real tears. Just stop, Max. Please stop. Let's just end this. 2020 has had enough. We do not need this from you, kid. Bye-bye.
This person wrote, "Not Max going to the beach where he proposed and sitting there sobbing at the ocean. Sir, who is this performance for?" The same day he was seen crying at the beach, he went live again and he was playing some Selena Gomez music, bopping around to it, looking pretty happy after being so sad at the water. So maybe he is an actor.
What a good song. Oh, it's just Ehrich.
Now, because Max is doing the most and using Demi's name, she decides to go harder on him. And that's when she calls her lawyers up in October. Demi is completely over Max and wants nothing to do with him ever again. Max, on the other hand, is not having it. Demi is having all sorts of issues with Max not leaving her alone. He has tried to contact her family, her friends, and they've all blocked him. She's in contact with lawyers now on what to do. Same day we hear about this news, we hear that Max actually wrote a song about Demi. TMZ broke the news because because clearly he's got a TMZ connection. And he writes it about the night that Demi and him met for the first time. How weird is it to go and call up the press after your ex-fiance said you won't leave them alone, you're harassing the family, and then to tell the press that you have a song you'd like to promote that you wrote about her. Now, while Demi wasn't responding much more and talking to her lawyers, she did post a shady comment about her or their vibrator being better than their last relationship and their ex-fiance. Keep in mind that Demi has gone by they them pronouns, but she has revealed that she also will accept she her. So that is why I do use she her, because that was the last update that we got from her. She commented under a post that asked people to describe their last relationship in 3 words, and Demi said, "My vibrator's better." Demi didn't expand on who the diss was about, but fans quickly assumed the comment was aimed at Max. Max, of course, responded to the comment online by posting a picture of himself, a little thirst trap, and putting the caption as, "I never have complaints." She's never had any complaints before, Demi. Oh.
I do want to give you the opportunity to set the record straight. There was rumors a few weeks ago that Demi was making claims about you on Instagram. Rumors you responded. They were shading you.
Are you talking about the vibrator thing?
Yes.
I think it was just playful. Yeah, because I definitely didn't have any complaints, so.
Good.
I think it's just fun nature, you know.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah.
Did you guys?
There's all love. We're good. We're super cool.
Okay, I was gonna ask you. So you and Demi are good. No bad blood.
No, there's all love. All love.
I like all the growth that you've had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they have as well.
Something about him does seem disingenuous. That's my personal opinion. Like watching that interview, you know, it's all love. It's all love, of course. That's why Demi is telling the press that she feels fooled by ex-fiance Max and didn't know the person she was engaged to. In footage filmed a few days after the breakup in her documentary, she said, "So my life has kind of flipped upside down. I'm no longer engaged. I'm really sad about how things ended and the way they did. Good news is I haven't picked up any hard drugs or anything like that. I'm hanging in there." She goes on to say that her love with Max during quarantine was very different and he presented himself differently. And after things started to lift up and, you know, the press started involving themselves in their lives and he got a little bit of clout, everything changed and she realized she has no idea who this dude is.
Got engaged a week ago today. It was just the best day of my life. I felt like I was floating. It's been a whirlwind ever since.
I'm really sad that things ended the way that they did. Good news is I haven't picked up any hard drugs or anything like that. I'm hanging in there. Ugh. It's just
So I thought this whole time that I didn't miss him. I just missed the person that I started quarantining with. And I don't know how to give my heart to someone after this.
It's sad to see Demi in turmoil there. She's clearly struggling, and this is when her gender, queerness, her discoveries started to come about. After Max, I think she felt very untrusting of men and just didn't really know who she was. I mean, she didn't know who this guy was. It made her question her own identity, and that's when we started to see her take on they them pronouns and open up about that. And really, I think he took something away from her, because after this, she was different. I don't think it's bad different, but she just became a different person, a different Demi Lovato that we've gotten to know since.
I feel like I'm actually too queer to marry a man in my life right now. There's a lot of things I have to do for myself first. I want to allow myself the ability to live my life in the most authentic form possible. Which I just haven't done because of my past and some things that I've needed to work on. I realized as time went on that I didn't actually know the person that I was engaged to. Like all the people that were like, oh, they rushed into it, or, oh, it's not gonna last, and then you proved them right. We were only together 4 or 5 months. Yes. And honestly, it was false advertising. The hardest part of the breakup was mourning the person that I thought he was.
Yeah.
But I'm not the only one who felt fooled. I mean, I was just as shocked as the rest of the world at some of the things that were said and done.
When you were done, you were done.
I was done.
Since Demi's documentary has come out, she has gone through a lot, and like I started off this video saying, she is now happily engaged. And of course, Max has something to say about her engagement to Jutes. We've talked about Jutes before. He also makes music. He's a little bit like more alternative vibes, and their vibes really like their outfits, their style, everything. It kind of goes together. They look like a really cute couple. A source told the ET that Demi is feeling elated about her engagement. This is the first healthy, grounding, and supportive relationship that she's been in a long time. Following her engagement announcement to Jutes over the weekend, social media was flooded with fake reactions from Max, in which some people saw him crying and reacting negatively to the news. So a lot of people trolled Max once she got engaged, saying that he's all heartbroken and, you know, acting up again. I don't know what's sadder, that like they're fake or that people actually believed it because they could see him doing this.
Max Ehrich, who is Demi's ex, tweeted this after Demi got engaged this weekend. And he says, "Anyway, my ring was bigger. I hope you two stay sober together." The secondhand embarrassment I have for this man, if you can call him that. It gets worse. He also tweeted at Jutes, who is Demi's current fiance. Pop Factions posted this, where Max Ehrich posted, "Let's fight," and that is a tweet to Jutes music. Like, are you 5? Also, Max, the ring may have been bigger, but I'm sorry. That is not better. It's just gaudy.
Now, I don't know if these are legit or fake. He's saying they're fake, so we'll give him a little bit of grace here and say that they are, and he's claiming that he has not put up any of these comments or tweets. Matt set the record straight, saying that I'm aware of the fake pages that were created to post fabricated and cruel messages about Demi's, engagement. That chapter of our lives was closed peacefully and privately a long time ago. That's not true. It was not closed privately, but and not peacefully either, but sure, it was closed, and he's claiming he's not saying any of this. Either way, it's a little bit funny that people would expect him to be saying these things because of how chaotic he acted on social media, but I would like to interview him one day. So if Max is down, I'm down, but I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.